On today's menu is a delicious prawn recipe that all prawn lovers will enjoy having. Namaskar and welcome to Curries with Bumbi. I am using medium-sized prawns. You can also use smaller ones or even the bigger tiger prawns. First, we will be marinating this. I added half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 teaspoons of Kashmiri red chilli powder, a teaspoon of sweet paprika for the color, but it is optional, half a teaspoon of salt, a fourth of a teaspoon of coarsely crushed black pepper, a teaspoon of finely grated ginger and a teaspoon of finely grated garlic, half of a lime or lemon juice and a tablespoon of oil. Now mix everything very well and marinate it for half an hour or while you do your other prep work for the recipe. In a pan, heat a tablespoon of oil. Now you need finely chopped onions, so I will be using half the portion now and the other half we will need later. You do not need to brown the onions. Fry them on medium heat. When they become a bit pale in color, add chopped tomatoes. So I used 2 large tomatoes. I am using 1 tomato now and the other one we needed later. Stir on medium heat till the tomatoes break down. When they look like this, switch off the heat and allow this to cool down completely. In another pan, heat 2 tablespoons of oil over medium-high heat. Once the oil turns hot, add the marinated prawns in a single layer. Please remember, I said to fry in a single layer, so fry in batches if you are cooking a large quantity like me. Fry them for a minute on each side and then take them out. Then again fry the next batch the same way. And do not throw away this marinade. I will be adding this later on. Okay, I'm done frying all the prawns. Next I added another tablespoon of oil and then a tablespoon of butter. You can skip butter altogether if you have any concerns. Add the rest of the chopped onions along with a tiny sprinkle of salt to soften the onions faster. Again, you do not have to brown the onions too much. In the meantime, the onions and tomatoes that we sautéed earlier have cooled down completely, so those go into a blender along with a fourth of a cup of water and blend it to a smooth paste. Okay, the onions have started to soften down, so now is the time to add a teaspoon each of finely grated ginger and garlic. Next is spice time. A teaspoon and a half of Kashmiri chilli powder, a teaspoon of sweet paprika, which is again optional, and a teaspoon of ground coriander, that is dhania powder. Stir on low heat for a few seconds and then I added 1 red bell pepper or capsicum that is finely chopped. You can skip the bell pepper, but I love adding it. You can use bell pepper of any color. Fry for about 1 to 2 minutes on medium heat and then add chopped tomato. Next goes in a teaspoon of sugar to balance the flavor. You can leave out sugar if you have any concerns. I like adding a teaspoon of garam masala powder, but please do not go above 1 teaspoon. Then remember we saved that marinade, add that now and give a stir. Next in line is a pureed tomato onion mix. And see all that goodness sticking onto the sides of the blender jar? I need all of that. So I added about a fourth of a cup of water to it and got all that goodness out. Now stir on medium heat for a minute. Finally, the fried prawns tumble down along with salt to taste. Mix everything so that each one of the prawns get well coated with that masala. This will be a dry type of curry when the prawns get cooked in that fairly dry masala. Now cover on low heat for 8 minutes. 8 minutes done, lift off, and then a final teaspoon of more buttery goodness goes in. Do a taste test at this point and adjust the seasonings if required. I finished the dish by adding a good amount of basil leaves. Now my friend, you do not have to use basil. You can use curry leaves or parsley or coriander leaves, add whatever herb you like. Please use whatever is easily available at your place. But my friends, please never restrict yourself from trying a recipe just because it doesn't sound authentic. It's your kitchen, so do whatever you like. I'm growing a lot of basil, so I thought of putting it to good use. And our buttery, delicious masala prawn roast is all done. Serve it with hot steamed rice or fried rice. I sometimes serve it with Bengali fried rice, and that video is also on my channel. This is too delicious, my friends, and you've got to try this. Please give me a like if you've enjoyed watching this video, and do leave a comment for me. Bye bye.